Hi there, welcome back. Let's go over lesson 3.3, comparing linear and nonlinear functions. We're on page 174. Okay, so remember, we are going to compare the rate of change, which is your slope, your m, and your initial value, which is your y-intercept, the b. Okay, so here you can find both. You can find slope and the y-intercept. Remember, the y-intercept is when x is 0. So once you figure out your pattern in the numbers, you go back the pattern. So if you go the back 1, you'll be at 0. And if the pattern here is going up by 3. So if you go back 3, so back 3, 4 take away 3 would be 1. There is your y-intercept, 1. So we'll practice that. And then you have an equation. Remember, your rate of change is your slope and your y-intercept is your initial value. And then again, you can also find that here. Again, your y-intercept is your initial value where the line starts on the y-axis. And then your rate of change is how much you're going up or over or down or over. So let's take a look at this first one. Felipe and Samantha use a payment plan to buy musical instruments. Felipe writes his equation like this. So that means he owes $290. That's what his instrument costs. It costs $290 and he's paying $30 a month. That's what that part means. Okay, so Samantha is the graph. So her instrument costs $240. That's where her amount starts. And then folks, to figure out what she pays each month, look right here. Every line is counting by 24 because it goes to 0 to 24. So if you look at this, if every line's counting by 24, you're going down $24 and over 1. Down $24 over 1 each month. Down $24 over 1. So the way you would write her, Samantha, her equation would be y equals, so she's paying $24 per month, plus her instrument started at $240. So she paid $240 for the whole instrument, and hers is $24 a month. Whereas Felipe, he paid $290 for his instrument, and his is $30. Okay, so whose instrument costs more, Felipe's or Samantha's? Well, Felipe's cost $290 and hers cost $240. So Felipe's costs more. And then it says who will pay more each month. That's part B. Who will pay more each month? Well, he pays $30 a month and she pays $24 a month. So he is paying more. He pays more per month. 30 rather than 24. Okay, so let's take a look at page 175 up at the top. Okay, so we're going to compare functions now. We're going to compare which function has the greater rate of change. Okay, rate of change is slope, folks. Which one has a bigger slope? So if we start here and we rise and run, we figure out how much we're going up and over. So this is counting by ones and this is counting by ones. So if we go up 1 over 1, 1 over 1 is our slope. So this has a slope of 1. Okay, so now this one, we don't have a line to look at. So we're going to use y minus y over x minus x. We're going to take two ordered pairs. Let's do this one. Y minus y, so 3 minus 0, over x minus x, 2 minus 0. So 3 minus 0 is 3. 2 minus 0 is 2. 3 over 2 is equivalent to 1.5. So which one has the greater rate of change? Function B. Because it's 3 over 2 rather than 1. Okay, so let's take a look at this next one right next to it, number 7. Which one has the greater initial value? Okay, folks, that's the y-intercept. Okay, so let's look at function B. The y-intercept would be 3. And then the y-intercept for function A, folks, is the point that starts off with 0 something. That is the point that's going to cross your y-axis. So the y-intercept for function A is 4. So which one has the greater y-intercept? Function A, because it's 4 and function B is only 3. Okay, so let's take a look at number 8. Tell which one is linear or nonlinear. Folks, linear is a straight line, nonlinear is curved. So function B, folks, right off the bat, this is linear. It's a straight line. So that's linear. Now, the way to tell if a function is linear or nonlinear is it's going to be a straight line if it has a constant rate of change. So let's see if there's a pattern in these numbers. From 0 to 1 is adding 1, and then 1 to 2, adding 1, 2 to 3, adding 1. So that's a constant rate, but watch, from 1 to 2 is adding 1, but then from 2 to 5 is adding 3, and then from 5 to 10 is adding 5. That is not a constant rate of change. That is not a pattern. So this is going to be non-linear. There is no constant rate of change. It's not changing at the same rate. Going to be a curved line. Okay, so let's take a look at this next one. Tell whether each function is linear or non-linear again. Okay, so folks, non-linear. Look, it's curved. It's a curved graph. So this is not straight. Non-linear. Now, any equation that is written in slope-intercept form is going to be linear. So this one is going to be a straight line because the slope is 1. And then look, the y-intercept should be there and it's 0. There's nothing there. So that is slope-intercept form. Okay, so let's look at the next one. Determine whether each function is linear or nonlinear. Okay, folks, this is easy. Straight line means linear. Curved graph means not linear, non-linear. Okay, let's look at this one. Justin opens a saving account with $4. He saves $2 a week. Does it represent a linear or nonlinear function? Okay, folks, if it has a constant rate of change, if the same thing is happening over and over and over again with the rate, it is going to be a straight line. So isn't he saving $2 every week? Every week this is going up by $2. So this is going to be linear. Okay, so now let's take a look at this one. The function for y equals 4x plus 3 describes players' A scores, and I gave him trivia. And then it says the function is represented for player B in the table. What do the rates of change tell you? Okay, rate of change, the slope. So this player is earning 4 points a question. That's the slope, 4 points a question. Player B now, rate of change. So y minus y, y minus y. So 5 minus 4 is 1, and then x minus x. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this one's earning 1 point per question. So player A earns more points per question, 3 more per question than player B. That's what the rate of change tells us for this one. Okay, folks, let's try to fit in one more problem. So number 14 on the back. Okay, so you're actually comparing 3 different things: an equation, a table, and a graph. Okay, so which function has the greatest rate of change? Folks, the slope of this one is 4. Okay, let's do y minus y over x minus x. So 10 minus 5 over 2 minus 1. 10 minus 5 is 5. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 5 over 1 is 5. So this one has a slope of 4. This has a rate of change, slope of 5. And then this slope is a negative slope. So look, folks, I'm going, every line's counting by 2. So I'm going down 2, 4, down 4 over 2. Down 4 over 2 is negative 2. So which one has the greater rate of change?